Hey everyone, welcome to a brand new explainer. Today, we're not just, reading a poem. We are going on a virtual adventure together, right down the side of a massive mountain. So get comfortable because we're jumping right in.
Okay, before we even start, I want you to try something for me. Just close your eyes for a quick second. Seriously, try it. Imagine you're walking through this totally beautiful, super green forest. You hear the splashing of water right nearby. Now, imagine that as you get closer, that tiny splashing stream literally leans in and whispers a secret story directly to you. What if a tiny stream could actually talk? What kind of wild journey would it tell us about? Well, go ahead and open your eyes, because that is exactly the secret we're uncovering today.
So meet the mastermind behind our journey, Alfred Lord Tennyson. He's honestly one of the most famous poets ever, and he wrote a poem simply called The Brook. But here is the really cool part. Tennyson doesn't just tell the story himself. No, he uses this awesome literary trick called personification. Basically, personification is when we give human qualities to something that isn't human at all. In this poem, the brook, the small stream of water, is the one talking. It speaks and acts just like a living person. Let's hear what it has to say.
Okay, here's how our brook kicks off its epic story. I come from haunts of coot and hern. I make a sudden sally and sparkle out among the fern to bicker down a valley. By 30 hills I hurry down or slip between the ridges. By 20 thorps, a little town, and 100 bridges. So picture the brook starting its speedy race way up high near the homes or haunts of these water birds called coots and herns. Then it just rushes down the mountainside, and that word bicker, it just means it makes a really loud, fast splashing noise as it runs. I mean, have you ever tried to run down a super steep hill? Your feet are just flying. That's exactly what the brook is doing. And look at how far it travels, past 30 hills, through 20 thorps, which is just an old school word for small villages, and under literally 100 tiny stone bridges. It is in a massive hurry.
So let's see where it's hurrying to. The brook says, "Till last by Philip's farm I flow, to join the brimming river. For men may come and men may go, but I go on forever. I chatter over stony ways, in little sharps and trebles. I bubble into eddying bays. I babble on the pebbles." The whole point of its journey, its final destination, is this huge, full river, the brimming river. It flows right past a charming little spot called Philip's Farm to get there. And, right here is the poem's absolute most famous chorus. For men may come and men may go, but I go on forever. You're going to hear that a lot. Basically, it means us humans, we live our lives and eventually pass on. But the brook? It just keeps flowing endlessly. And you got to listen to those amazing sound words. It chatters, bubbles, and babbles over the round stones. Honestly, you can practically hear the water splashing, right?
Moving on to the next part, let's see how this journey keeps building. With many a curve my banks I fret, by many a field and fallow, and many a fairy foreland set with willow, weed, and mallow. I chatter, chatter as I flow, to join the brimming river, for men may come and men may go, but I go on forever. Notice the sweeping, zigzagging curves of the riverbank here. The brook is literally carving twists and turns straight through the dirt. It flows past fallow fields, those are the brown, empty fields just waiting to be planted with seeds, and past these gorgeous plants like willow weed and mallow. And even when it winds through those quiet, empty fields, it just keeps chattering away. It has this unstoppable determination to reach that big river. And yep, there's our famous chorus again. The brook is super proud that it goes on forever. What do you think makes it so determined?
Now, I want you to look really closely at the vibrant life going on inside the water here. I wind about and in and out, with here a blossom sailing, and here and there a lusty trout, and here and there a grayling, and here and there a foamy flake upon me, as I travel, with many a silvery water break above the golden gravel. This perfectly captures how bursting with life the brook really is. It's not just plain water, right? It's carrying these pretty flower blossoms that tumble down from the trees. And if you peek under those silvery bubbles, you'll see gorgeous freshwater fish, like trout and grayling, swimming strongly against the current. As the brook travels over the bright golden stones on the bottom, white foamy flakes splash right on top of it. It's like this whole busy, lively underwater city.
So what exactly does the brook do with all these things?
and draw them all along and flow to join the brimming river. For men may come and men may go, but I go on forever. The brook is surprisingly strong. It proudly gathers up all those flowers, the fish, the foam, the bubbles, and it just draws them all along. It carries everything right along with it on this grand journey. And why? You guessed it, to join the brimming river. It sings its favorite eternal chorus one more time here. Like no matter who happens to be standing on the bank watching it, the brook just smiles and keeps on flowing.
But wait, as the brook gets closer to the end of its journey, its whole mood kinda shifts. Let's slow things down a bit. I steal by lawns and grassy plots. I slide by hazel covers. I move the sweet forget-me-nots that grow for happy lovers. I slip, I slide, I gloom, I glance among my skimming swallows. I make the netted sunbeam dance against my sandy shallows. Notice how incredibly peaceful it feels now? Instead of hurrying and bickering, the brook steals and slides. It glides so quietly past green gardens and beautiful little blue forget-me-not flowers. Little birds, swallows, fly super low, basically skimming the top of the water. And this is my absolute favorite part. Notice how the sunlight shines right through the water, making these glowing, dancing patterns on the sandy bottom. It's perfectly magical. Can you feel how much calmer the journey is getting?
Finally, nighttime falls on our journey. I murmur under moon and stars in brambly wildernesses. I linger by my shingly bars. I loiter round my cresses. And out again I curve and flow to join the brimming river. For men might come and men may go, but I go on forever. Imagine whispering a secret softly to your best friend. That's exactly what the brook is doing right now. It murmurs under the glowing moon. It slows all the way down, just lingering and loitering around the green water plants, taking its sweet time. But listen, even when it's sleepy, it hasn't forgotten its purpose. It curves out one last time to finally complete its epic journey into the big, brimming river. And, of course, it leaves us with its forever promise. Men may come and go, but the brook goes on forever.
Man, what an amazing journey. Okay, now, to make absolutely sure you are totally prepped for your exams, let's break down some of the trickier vocabulary from the poem. Our first word is sally. In the poem, it says, I make a sudden sally. No, it's not a person's name here. It simply means a sudden, quick turn. Imagine you're running as fast as you can and you suddenly zigzag to avoid tripping over a huge rock. That quick turn is a sally. So you could say the stream made a quick sally to the left to flow around the fallen tree.
Next up on our list is brimming. Remember, the brook is always trying to reach the brimming river. This just means becoming completely full of a liquid, right up to the very top edges. Think about when you pour yourself a giant glass of juice and you fill it all the way to the top, like so full that you have to walk super carefully so you don't spill a single drop. That glass is brimming, just like that large, full river we've been heading towards the whole time.
All right, our third word is eddying. The brook says it bubbles into eddying bays. Eddying just means moving fast in a circle. Have you ever taken a bath and swirled the water around with your hand to make tiny spinning whirlpools? That circular, swirling motion? That's exactly what eddying means. The water just spins around in little circles before flowing away. Word number 4 is fallow. The brook flows past many a field and fallow. Fallow is just land that a farmer has decided, you know what, I'm not going to plant any crops here this year. Picture this big, empty, brown dirt field. The farmer just left it fallow, so the soil could rest and get all its nutrients back before planting new seeds next season. Pretty smart, right? And our last vocabulary word for today is loiter. Remember, at night, the sleepy brook says it loiters round my cresses. To loiter means to move very slowly, just wandering around without rushing to get anywhere. Imagine you're walking through a park on a gorgeous Sunday afternoon, taking your sweet time, maybe looking at the trees or kicking a pine cone. You're not in any hurry at all. You, my friend, are loitering. Okay, so bringing it all together, what is the absolute biggest lesson Alfred Lord Tennyson wanted us to take away from this? Well, let's compare two totally different journeys. First, we have humans. Our lives are amazing and beautiful, but they're kind of like a short trip. We are born, we grow old, and eventually we pass away. But on the flip side, we look at nature, represented here by the brook. Nature is endless. It's completely eternal. I mean, long after we are gone, the sun will still shine and the rivers will still flow. The brook teaches us that while our time here might be short, the beauty and crazy energy of nature just continues forever. All right, let's do a rapid-fire recap of the 4 most important things you need to lock into your brain for your literature exam. Ready? Number 1, who is the speaker? It's the brook itself. Number 2, What is its journey? It travels from the high mountains all the way down to the full brimming river. Number 3, what is the core literary trick the poet uses? Personification. Remember, he makes the non-human brook talk just like a human. And finally, number 4, what is the main theme? It's the short journey of human life compared to the eternal, never-ending life of nature. And just like that, we've reached the end of our virtual journey. Listen, as you prepare for your exams, please don't just memorize the poem like a robot. Really try to understand the story the brook is telling. See that sparkling water, hear the babbling stones, and feel the powerful flow of the current, because I promise you, once you truly understand the journey, you'll never forget it. I want to leave you with one final question to chew on today. If the brook goes on forever, what other parts of nature around you right now will outlast us all? Keep exploring, keep imagining, and I will see you in the next explainer.